Obviously, we're happy we won the game. I really challenged them. All we've talked about is improving, getting better, giving ourselves a chance to win. Again, great energy, great effort, great defense. Start the game, you're up 17-0. I guess our next step, we led double digits first half against Colorado, led double digits today, but we don't continue that. And I hope it comes through experience. I hope it comes through execution. That's probably our next step, just executing and being a little more perfect. But we kept telling Coach Henderson had the scout, we said they are not going to quit. And those dudes, McKissick, big time game, played their butts off, battled us, fought us, held us, everything, and they made it tough on us. And I thought second half, they really came out and set the tone. But, to our guys' credit, we made enough plays. Got the right stops. Obviously, the free throw is important when our two bigs go 8 for 11 from the free throw line. That's pretty good for us. And we get there 27 times and shoot 75%. You got to be happy as a coach. I thought Antonio and Dejuan gave us great effort. Obviously, Dejuan's overall line is really good. 14-9, 2 steals. Antonio, 3 blocks, made some really nice plays, plus 12 on the plus minus, and he led us on the play hard charge. So, and then Nigel just is solid. We got to finish. We had some layups in the first half that we didn't finish. 2, we got to get a steal. We got to value that ball. If we don't have an advantage break, we got to value that ball and make the right plays. And those just couple layups, a couple better decisions on the breaks when we had advantages. Now you get the lead maybe near 20 or in the 20s. Now you can break their spirit. But we again, Billy did a good job. Came out of some timeouts with some nice quick hitters. Their guys played their butts off, and it was probably good for us to have to make free throws, execute down the stretch, and get the ball in against the press, all those things that we haven't even really been able to practice, to be honest.
First question to Tim Fitzgerald.
Hey, Coach, how good was your defense there at the start of the game?
Well, both the last 2 games, the start's been unbelievable, to be honest. Our energy, our effort. I think, did we go through 2 TV timeouts and they hadn't scored? If I'm correct, it was pretty close to that. So, it was, it's impressive. And our coaches do a great job of preparing them. The kids are starting to understand. We've talked about enthusiasm. We've talked about energy, and we've talked about preparation. Those are got to be habits, consistent, that happen every game. And if they're there, that gives you a chance. They go at you, and they broke us down. They made more threes tonight than they have in those other games. But when you play a team, in-state team, they're not going to quit, and they didn't. And I hope we can continue getting better on defense for longer, sustained time in the game, and including the second half.
And how good was Nigel Pack tonight?
He's just so solid. A couple uncharacteristic things at the end he's got to learn, and people fought him, but he's good there. And he's probably at least 50% from 3 on the year so far. So, when he misses, we all like, what's wrong? It's he's not supposed to do that, but he's been good. I liked our minutes. I thought the other night probably had a couple guys go too many minutes. I thought that hopefully helped us sustain the energy into the second half and be able to guard and get stops and make plays. I thought Selton made some improvement. I mean, he's up to 18 minutes, and he was in there in that first half run, did some good things. Rudy's starting to feel more comfortable. Montavious and Antonio kind of complement each other a little bit, give us something. And Surrey got his 20 seconds and his 2 fouls, and he's got a lot to learn about college basketball. But I've told our guys, college basketball is hard. And then you got college basketball, and the COVID even makes it harder. And then the win in college basketball is even more difficult. And so appreciate and win. we had to start a win streak. You got to win one to get to two. And now we got a chance Saturday night to get to two.
Thanks, Coach.
Next question to Kellis Robinette.
Bruce, with everything you just kind of mentioned there, has this season made you cherish every win you get, no matter how they come?
Yes, there's no doubt. One, to play the games is really the important thing. And then every win you can get, and then add into that, get better. I told the guys the other day, there's an old saying, if you don't get what you want, you get what you need, and that's experience. And last week, we didn't get what we wanted, but we did get experience. And that's what, I got to stay focused on that. I got to stay patient with that. I keep saying I got to be positive and the team's got to stay negative. Negative, of course, on the COVID test. So if we can continue to do that, we stay in the gym, we keep helping them get better, and good things will happen.
And if I may, you were one of the first coaches that offered Nigel Pag, maybe even the first, I don't really remember, but what was it you saw about him as a high school player that made you think we got to have this guy?
Well, and so you might ask me a while ago who he's liked, or somebody did, and he's like Cam. I thought a little bit recent guy, but maybe even a little step ahead of him, just as a freshman. But Cam, if you look back at stat wise, he was pretty good. But Nigel just has that, and I've said it before. I was at Purdue for 18 years, and I was at Illinois for a long time, and Indiana high school basketball. The fundamentals and the feel of the game is special, and Nigel's that typical kid that grew up in Indiana, can shoot the basketball, great fundamentals, knows the game. He's really intelligent, got a great family. They're intelligent, smart people. They know the game. They want the game to be played the right way, and that's what we were impressed by. Obviously, we're happy after he committed to us and got triple doubles and double doubles in EYBL, and a bunch of people tried to get in there, but Nigel stayed loyal to us, and I hope he's happy. I'm sure. I know we are happy.
All right, thanks, Bruce. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thanks.
Next question to Jackson Snyder.
Hey, Coach, just a lot of turnovers on both sides tonight. I just wanted your thoughts on maybe what was causing those, both for your team and then to force UMKC into so many as well.
Obviously, I hope it's our defense, and our guys doing a good job of it. I thought it was one thing when we watched tape that we would be able to turn them over. And I told them a lot of times, just be in the right place, and they'll throw it to you, and we did a good job of that. Our guys were locked into the scouting report, a quick turnaround, and they even had a quicker turnaround, obviously, but a quick turnaround, and they were locked in. For us, I think we just forced the play. Casey, couple handoffs, couple illegal screens. He's got to do a better job on that. A couple of breaks. The transition breaks. Nigel forced the action a couple times. Selton's just got to learn to let it come. And you can't make a play every time you touch the ball. And if we're going to make progress, that is definitely something that we have to give ourselves a chance. We're not going to win Big 12 games with 18, 20 turnovers. We got to get that thing down to, maybe 10 or so. Again, first half, assist turnovers, 10 and 12. Again, 10 out of 12 field goals against Colorado. Today we had, I think, either 8 or 9 assists on 12 field goals again. And then second half, not quite the ball movement, the extra passes. And again, we got to continue to get better at that.
And then just a little on, I know you've already talked about the energy and you felt how that was better today, but I wanted your thoughts on maybe a little more in depth. What helped get Kansas City back into the game in that second half?
Well, they came out and fought us. And I don't know if our guys were, again, we were really mentally ready, jumped on them. And those first 3 possessions, they fought every pass. They grabbed us, fought us. To their credit. And our guys didn't react very well. And then, they got it. But we were able to make enough plays, make enough free throws to keep it in double digits basically the whole game until the end. Again, give credit to them. They made some threes that that's not been their game. And they made some threes. So I guess they adjusted and took what we gave them, and they made some shots. we made some mistakes on D. The end of the shot clock, Davion, it's like 3 seconds left. Just switch it, make kid tough shot over you. Dejuan went for a gamble down the stretch. They got a 3 off of that. We just and again we're learning and growing, and you're playing a lot of new guys. So it's in essence, Casey's really a freshman because he's going to be a sophomore next year. Antonio's a freshman. He's going to be a sophomore. Mike's the only one. Dejuan's a freshman. Nigel's a freshman. Davion's a freshman. Selton's a freshman. Rudy, obviously, will be a junior. Monty will be a freshman again. So we got a really, really young team, and we got to learn and grow.
Thanks, Coach.
Next question of Michael Goins.
Yeah, Bruce, what do you emphasize in film work from the last 30 minutes of the game with watching it with your team?
Well, I think 1, obviously turnovers. 2, our communication on defense. We're giving up too many easy ones, dead layups, where we mess up, just things like that. And then the rotations on the scrambles. We were really good in first half. Maybe we had some guys huffing and puffing, I'll be honest, but I'm sure they did too. But part of it, our conditioning, we never got to play 5. When you go 3 weeks without 5-on-5, it's tough to simulate what you're going to have to do in the game. And I think you can see it. Our numbers, first half to second half, are much different on both ends of the court. So hopefully, as I said, Wednesday, Thursday, we can get a little more of that game speed and practice, game conditioning, and that'll help us make some progress.
And if you looked ahead at UNLV in any way?
I watched a little bit. I know they play very, very small ball. Caleb Grill, Iowa State kid, the Wichita kid, actually is playing 4-man at times. They got a big guy and then 4 guards. We saw the beginning in the locker room, they jumped on Carolina. It was 13-0 or so. I don't even know, 19-6. Obviously, Carolina went on the run and got them handily. But, for us right now, every game is tough. And we just got to keep learning, getting better, figuring out roles. I think we need practice, but we need games. And that's how you figure things out.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you.
Anything else for Coach Weber before we let him go? Oh, Brian Black.
Hey, Bruce, just how big is it for you guys that you'll be able to watch UNLV just the next 2 days and have all this time to kind of prepare going into Saturday?
Well, I hope it helps us. Our coaches do a great job scouting. Thought we were really prepared for Colorado. Even tonight, I thought we did some good things. They got us on a few things, but out of timeouts a lot of times. Billy does a good job with that. You got to give him credit. But I hope it helps. And, like I said, practice time, film work, all those things are valuable for us right now because now we got 3 games down. Obviously, we wish we were 2-1 or 3-0. We're not. But we can't worry about what's behind us. We got to worry about what's ahead of us. And that means getting better in practice and preparing for Vegas. And hopefully we'll have the advantage. They've been on the road the whole time. It's got to take a toll on you, this whole week and then coming to our place. So hopefully it'll be a good advantage for us. But we'll see Saturday night.